Let's go. Match kedua, game pertama antara Tlph melawan Aurora, Bang ya. Tadi Onyx membantai-bantai 2-0. Apakah Tlph di sini membantai atau dibantai? Nice. Let's go. Ini dia.
Or if there is gonna fight, then Team Liquid Philippines decide to slow things down and just trade it
Kartiji
out. So
pakai
mid
Lancelot.
Prio right now looks leaning a little bit more
Lancelot
towards
saya akui
Aurora.
Kartiji kalah, Bang ya.
Run of damage, but with
Karena
light in the
King Kong
front,
lebih
it's
oke.
easy clear in the mid for Yue. Kartiji and Dibantai both starting
kalau
purple. Oh, but yeah, early on
S mungkin ya
the Kagura, if you get hit by the umbrella,
dia menang.
chunk of damage against that Kimmy.
Yeah, there's also the rupture there that Sanji could rely a bit more on in terms of providing some early sources of damage. So I'm liking it so far, even though we're expecting how it would turn out with a Kimmy in the mid lane. They're really fighting back. They're not letting Aurora just completely overpower them in the mid lane.
Sanji's got knives in that umbrella. He's about to send Yue home. That's a technical knockout.
Dijagain Yue.
Time this recall very well, lest Yue miss out on very important golden XP.
Yeah. They're freezing it.
Yeah, we're really seeing here why Kagura has risen up the ranks. She's just a menace in terms of handling the trading in the center of the map. Oheb takes a run of damage from Dibantai, but he's able to get away. That does apply pressure on him though. As Dibantai, we did mention he needed to have a pick that wins in the matchup or can just afford to be aggressive. Doesn't offer a lot of help to be needed.
Yeah. So we're seeing that at least
Minionnya
being done by Aurora for now. Dibantai seems to be getting the hang of at least dominating the lane.
Yeah, great wave management. Oheb struggling to get close to the final siege minion, but he'll be able to get it.
Whoop, that's a duel pending in the turtle though. Liquid's already started. Turtle at half health.
Okay, Sanford goes in for the pursuits. Oh, gets stunned by the Mountain Shocker. Flickers out though. Tlph really secures the turtle at the expense of Sanji's life. Edward still trying to fight traction. Also lands onto Sanford. They give over a double kill to Edward.
That is expensive. Aurora make Liquid pay 2 lives for the turtle.
Well, that's what I was talking about earlier. We should really look closely at what happens at the first turtle, and Edward walks away with a double kill. That's one of their multiple early game conditions checked. Alongside the fact that Dibantai is dominating Oheb in lane as of this moment, Aurora is controlling the early game very well, despite the difficulty in trading around the center of the map for Yue going up against that Kagura, who now has 1 death under his belt after that loss in the first turtle fight.
Yeah, at least Tlph is almost 2 levels ahead of Dibantai.
Yeah.
That's that, and they got the turtle, but that's about it. Because Aurora, they are the ones leading right now in terms of gold, and they got 2 kills who went into the hands of the XP laner.
But a majority of this gold is elsewhere. If you look at Liquid, their cores are doing good. Oheb and Tlph, baby cakes, are actually fine. Looking at the items that they're going for with right now, Oheb, as long as he gets JP on him, and if Sanji can visit him too, this whole bullying by Dibantai should come to a halt. And Tlph, he's still farming non-stop. And I asked him last week, Carl, throughout your career, you've had so many different heroes to highlight you. JP should be okay here.
Yeah.
What's your favorite? He still says it's still Lancelot, man.
Even despite all of the junglers he's been through, the Fredrin eras.
After Akai, Fredrin, Baksha, he's still a Lancelot main.
Look at Aurora.
Counter-Strike.
Giving a lot of difficulty for Tlph to farm, constantly invading, getting at least 1 kill, getting that golem. Sanford having difficulty in lane against the Lapu-Lapu. So right now, Team Liquid Philippines needs to start showing some aggression towards the side lanes because they're not winning anywhere else. This could be a turnaround for them though, if they can get it. But so far, it looks like Aurora might be able to get this without that much of a problem.
Turtle at half health gets soft reset. Sanford gets spotted out by Light. Mountain Shocker set up. Aurora, they're crossing the threshold.
JP has the AOG, but is he gonna go for it? Light seems to have found a target first, though. They're trying to pin down Sanford. Edward goes in as well with the Bravest Fighter. AOG in the back by JP. Sanford still trying to jump onto Edward, but he's just doing so much damage. There's the Thorn Growth to try to use himself, but JP will not get to escape. Coming in from Oheb, still won't be able to dish out enough damage, though. Just the right amount to let Aurora walk away.
Not just yet. Oheb doesn't have enough farm to make that blazing duet hurt. Aurora might go for this.
Masih dapat kartu
Nailed
itu.
by the GOAT.
He takes it away! Even despite what happened in the previous team fight. And Aurora were somehow ready to answer back, but he was just too quick.
Damn, Carl. Damn. What a steal. But right now, Team Liquid Philippines needs to start respecting that Lapu-Lapu and start having answers for it. So JP decided to dive into the back line to put pressure onto Dibantai to force the attention away from the Lapu-Lapu so that Team Liquid Philippines will be able to take him down or increase the chances of taking him down. But they couldn't. He was way too tanky. So now Team Liquid Philippines go for up top.
Oh, how tanky is Light this time, though.
Kuat kali
Thanks to
Light.
the glorious pathway, he seems to be tanky enough. That was multiple resources, or the Yin Yang overturn even committed from TLPH, but he still survives.
So Liquid, despite that slobber knocker of a team fight underneath the turtle and that close call up top, find a way to shrink the gold lead. Prior, this was about 1,000 and change. Now it's just 500. Oh, look at this. Dibantai able to buy time in the bottom part of the map.
Yep.
Sanford and Sanji, Sanduo looking to clean house, but it's too late. I think that's a push turret down bot.
Yeah, they just tried to look for the kill because they knew that tower's going to be a lost cause anyway. So with how Aurora has been fighting, seems like they picked the suggestion that we put up earlier, wherein Light would get vision, but the main aggressor and frontliner is actually this Lapu-Lapu, who is holding. He built for the War Axe. He has the belt with him. Did get the tough boots though, so that's one of the reasons why he's able to fight a little bit better and a little bit smoother because of that extra little bit of crowd control reduction that he has.
Call it a carry Lapu-Lapu. Damage XP laners have been on the up and up in recent weeks of this metagame. How can Aurora ride this into a winning position? How can they avoid the late game entirely so that they can secure a win in game one? Turtle spawning in just a couple of seconds.
Turtle kedua sudah muncul.
Part of the map. Light here.
Mungkin
Looking
perbedaan
to
gol
buy some
masih
space
600.
for the Northern
Tapi
Lights.
untuk
And
Aurora.
Aurora sets up amazing push here up top.
Yep.
Gonna get quelled by Liquid.
I just want to say I really appreciate how Dibantai has been playing this game. He's been non-stop rotating. He's always present for macro and micro.
Yeah, the objectives are definitely gonna be the factor here for Aurora, but then
Aduh,
it seems like the
Edward
one
lah.
that's bursted down first is Edward. They respond immediately to what needs to be done, and Carl seems to secure the
Dibantai nya.
amazing duet coming in from Oheb, potentially taking down Light. JP
Aduh,
AOG
JP-nya
doesn't land, and
terlalu
somehow they
greedy.
still get to walk away. Just uses the taunt onto you instead, and
Tapi syukur masih ada yang dapat.
the follow-up from Sanji is gonna be enough.
The moment the formation breaks, Edward, again, it was supposed to be Light first, let Edward follow up later. It got broken, and the next thing you know, Edward is the one who gets taken out first, and Team Liquid Philippines win a team fight with the Lapu-Lapu going down quick. In the middle, there was a big trade between JP and Dibantai, but JP able to survive it.
The chef truly is JP's son. Oh my God, he just stood there waiting. The communication between this mid duo is unbreakable. Liquid now up by almost 1,000. Carl TC dashing on through 3, through 4.
Masih selamat.
Carl, what are you doing?
Loh,
He tried to
Patiji
take
juga
on
masih
everyone,
selamat.
but will he get to escape this though?
Yep.
There's nothing left to dash on, but he's still alive.
And he's still back to split pushing that minion wave up top.
He sent the 4 of them back. That is a maestro in action. Carl TZ, for the better part of a decade, has mastered this hero. He's fallen in love with Lancelot and still to this day in his
Masih kurang
career
licin daripada King Kong.
plays it like it's the first day he's ever touched this hero in the jungle. 700 gold now, almost 1,000. Liquid are up. What happened to that lead by Aurora?
Well, we saw as long as their formation gets broken down real quick, if it's Edward the one who's going down first, alongside Light going down quickly, it's not good.
Okay, there's a conceal from JP. The taunt doesn't land, so Dibantai might survive this.
masih selamat kah?
He will.
Masa
There's a
sih?
glorious pathway as well.
Masih
AOG
selamat,
bounce
bos.
coming in
Dibalikin
from
dong.
JP. Sanford might be in a very
The
dangerous
one-way
spot,
ticket.
and he gets
Sanford,
punished instead. The sidestep from Edward. He gets the stun Oheb, and now they take him down
dibalikin.
as well.
That's way too many resources spent by Liquid to try and pick up Dibantai, and he gets away with it. The punish by Aurora, 2 down.
Oh my goodness, Carl TZ still wants to go for it, but he
Aduh.
might just get taken down as well by Dibantai.
Donenya.
Oh my gosh.
Overheat.
And Aurora make it straight through to the Lord. What a response
Edward, man, that sidestep land shaker stun into Oheb to predict where he would be to secure the kill onto that Claude. And the
Domingkite-nya, on-proof
miscommunication by
nya jauh kali
Sanford
loh.
to go in when Team Liquid were already on the way out. He wanted to get that kill on Dominkite, but at that point, Light with the perfect save, committing the ultimate and the revitalize to make sure that Dominkite got away.
Aurora put Liquid in a defensive position now. Liquid have to clean the house. There's a Lord marching up top, waves down, bot mid. The only real place where Liquid could say that's at equilibrium. We don't even have to commit much to that. But that's what Aurora is taking advantage of. They're synchronizing these waves. Massive push by the Northern Lights. They're taking down the tier 2 up top. Liquid have to really get farm on Oheb. He's not quite as powerful just yet. Is he? Wow, not yet his third item.
Yeah, doesn't have the full Trinity just yet. Went for the DHS Golden Staff. Didn't go for the Corrosion side just yet. Decided to go for DHS first so that he has a little bit more sustain. And with all of the HP scaling on the side of Aurora, it was the right decision. JP already has the blade armor, so that might come in the clutch, especially up against what Dibantai can bring to the table in terms of damage.
All right. If Oheb, there you go,
Corrosion,
locks in the
galing to Oheb.
Swift Trinity,
Oke,
then
selesai
maybe that's
Trinity-nya.
enough of a power spike for Liquid to try and find something else. Because yeah, this is just
Playing
sub
King
2,000 ahead.
Yakin ka, boss?
Even more so, to add to that, Sanford just needs to communicate better with the team if he's going to go or not. And if the team decides to back, he needs to back as well. He cannot tell the team, hey, we fight because I want to fight.
Dipaksa.
He already used his retribution. Might just actually get the kill on Edward first again, though. But could they
Ah,
accomplish that?
jelek
Because
kali
it seems
ultinya pakai
Sanford
Lancelot.
is struggling to tank the damage.
Jelek kali.
Just going in for the free
No
hit, but the
timing
blade
dia.
into it. It already has the damage we're looking for now. JP also trying to go for the zone, and Sanford doing a great job at zoning out Yue. But JP gets punished, and Dominkite finds Sanford. Sanji and Oheb will just try to look for another kill. But Yue
Sanjinya.
flickers in and will pick up a double.
No way, Kaltinya jelek kali pakai
He
Lancelot.
decided to go for his purple first and miss out on a majority of that fight. Liquid bit off more than they could chew.
You are popping off in this game, and this is what you get when you have a lineup that has multiple options for carries versus a lineup that is waiting for one carry to be
Timing jelek kali dia loh.
online. Even though they could get kills on the Lapu-Lapu, on
Daripada
the
King Kong, ya.
Harith, you still have the YSS and the Kimmy to deal with. So this is the difficult spot that TLPH is at now. Sanford, yes, he's jumping on people's heads, but he's not doing a lot of damage. He's sustaining and holding on to the team
Patah-patah
fights.
lagi.
The presence of Light now with the Revitalize, who has the anti-Karas, reducing the extra damage that Sanford can dish out as the Phobius, has become a massive pain in the Apex Predator side.
Yeah, the damage from Aurora is just too spread out.
Yeah, you have too many things to deal with if you're Team Liquid that even though this drags on, Aurora's fine with it.
Best said in the song by the
Menit
Recent
ke-13 pun nggak ada kill kalau
Boys
tinggi.
Like Girls, 2 is better than 1. They're waiting for Oheb. He can only do so much. You have Dibantai and Dominkite, the Kite brothers, are calling the shots. Given Dominkite died, you still have Yue to answer back, picking up that concentrated energy.
Oh.
I'm surprised that this is still a dance. I'm surprised that Aurora aren't steamrolling through Liquid, who should have been shook by that engagement down bottom.
It's really tough for Oheb too because every time he goes in and uses the Blazing Duet, there's someone waiting for him. Edward is waiting on a land shaker. He's worried that he's gonna get stunned immediately the moment Light gets close enough to that Claude when he decides to enter. And when that Claude gets stunned, that's it. You're done. And your Wind of Nature can barely do anything here because you're mainly up against magic damage dealers in the Oheb, the Harith.
Oh, they get to bring Sanford down to half HP though. Edward already goes in, might just actually go for the kill. Thornroy's just too immune, but the Yin Yang overturn committed won't deal enough damage. AOG just to get out to safety, but could this be the disengage for TLPH because Sanford still goes in. He decides to go in the fight because the Blazing Duet is going to provide support.
Langsung hilang.
Dominkite answers right back. Carl Teasy gets to find
Nggak
Edward, but
bisa.
that's going to be about it. It's a triple kill for Doming, and JP's
Paksain
down
kah?
as well. Sanji only left alone.
Dipaksa, bos.
Dominkite won't let him go. It's a maniac.
The chef got cooked.
Maniac.
The Kagura with options, and they wiped them out. Aurora in the base.
That's it. This is Aurora for game 1.
GG bang, 1-0.
Redmar, you might be
Gokil.